The 13 on Your Sidelines Protector of the Week, sponsored by Rent Insurance Group.
When it comes time for the playoffs, having a great offensive line can make the difference between the championship season and getting sent home early.
Oh yeah, and part of the reason Belding was in action tonight was the skill of their offensive line, which is our latest Protector of the Week. Last week against Tri-County, the Black Knights scored 56 points and had 342 offensive yards, all on the ground. They're averaging 43 points per game this year behind this offensive line, which includes Riley Powers, Drew Wilmore, Levi Linebaugh, Isaac Casey, Maddox Smith, and Drew Donovan. Speaking of Belding, they're looking for their first 10-win season since 1998, but to get it, they'd have to beat another 9-1 team as they traveled to Oak Ridge. These two teams have faced off in the playoffs twice before tonight. The Eagles held a 22-8 lead at the half. The second half was a defensive battle. Early in the fourth, Belding faces fourth and short. The Black Knights try an off tackle, but Oak Ridge holds over for a turnover on downs. Next Belding possession, still a two-score game, so they go for it on fourth down deep in their own territory, but Aiden Johnston is there to shut it down. Next play for Oak Ridge. The force is strong with Trevor James Earl Jones as the Week 5 13 on Your Sidelines MVP of the week finds the end zone from 9 yards out. Oak Ridge wins 30-8. They'll go on to face either Gladwin or Kingsford next week.
Also in Division 5, Grand Rapids Catholic Central faced Berrien Springs for the first time ever. 42 zip Cougars at the half. First drive to third for the Shamrocks. Michael McFarland looking for Quamari Haskins. Wrestled away by Billy Mikelay. The senior takes it back 30 yards for the pick six. How about that?
Tough guy.
Moving on to the fourth quarter, Sean Sullivan takes the hand up and hand off. The sophomore goes up the middle. 5-yard touchdown as Catholic Central rose 56-0. They'll go on to face Portland next week after they beat Corona by a final score of 34-28. In District 6, Muskegon Catholic Central made the 90-minute drive up to Reed City. Matt Guard made the trip as well. He's in the control room now with the highlights.
Jamal, these two teams faced a couple times back in the 90s. MCC won both those games. This is their first playoff meeting, one of the wettest games I've ever been to. We were scoreless late into the second when Bryson Hughes shows he's still bejeweled. He walked into the end zone and makes the whole place shimmer. 6-0 Coyotes going into the locker room. To the third, Crusaders facing third and long. Brian Convertini extends the play. Henry Rosema gets a 32-yard gain. That sets up Convertini on this next play. It's a 13-yard keeper. Hey, MCC takes their first lead of the game, 7-6, but they wouldn't hold on to that lead for too long. Fourth down now for Reed City. Xavier Allen hits Max Hammond, 30-yard touchdown pass. Coyotes win 36-7. Crusaders end the season with an 8-3 record.
Muskegon and Coopersville squared off tonight for the first time ever in Division III. The last time Coopersville won a district title was 2007. Since that time, the Big Reds have won 11 district crowns, so this would be a tall task for the Broncos. The Broncos would strike first midway through the first when Colton Bosch finds Nick Gordon Ramsey in the flats, who cooks up a move to make a couple of men miss and outruns the D for a 51-yard touchdown and a 7-0 Coopersville lead. Midway through the second, Muskegon starts a methodical drive. Mackay, the pretty fly guy, scrambles for a first down. A few plays later, Jacob Price scores to tie the game up at 7. Next Big Reds drive, the ground game continued to get big chunks as tackling Price is a little outside of Coopersville's budget. He takes it inside the 10-yard line. A few plays later, the two-time 13 on Your Sidelines MVP of the week, Mackay Guy, with the nifty cutback to get the ball into the end zone as Muskegon takes the lead. The Big Reds pull away in the second half for a 40-14 win.
They'd go on to face the winner of Zeeland West and St. Joseph, who faced off tonight in their third playoff game in 5 years. The Ducks are trying to avenge a 3-point loss to the Bears a year ago. Second quarter, first pass of the game for Zeeland West. Trevor Willard lofts one toward the end zone, and Carter Hughes, looking like a young Randy Moss,
Mossed him.
beating double coverage for the 39-yard score, 12-7 Ducks. Second pass attempts by the Ducks, another fake. Waller, another open man. It's Skylar Gurink for the score. 2-point conversion was good. Ducks led 20-10 at the half. St. Joseph would get within 2 in the third quarter, but the Ducks wouldn't be stopped. Rolando Rowland takes the handoff, breaks through for the long gainer. Ducks would add some insurance scores as they are now district champs thanks to a 36-18 win.